Hey guys, Highly Suspect here. So yesterday, a new PTR just dropped for Season 15, and along with it came 9 new uniques. We've got 4 all-class uniques on the right side, and then we've got 5 new class-specific uniques on the left side we're going to run through real quick. So let's jump straight into it. First up, we got Leoric's Crown Helm. Now, just like the last season, all uniques are going to have 2 set affixes, and then you're going to get the standard aspect. So we're going to run through all that real quick. On this item, you're going to get willpower, and you're going to get attack speed. Those are going to be set for every single person. The other 2 are going to be variable rolls, and then the aspect for this item is going to be, this item counts as jewelry and increases the effect of any gems socketed into the helm by 130%. Makes sense for the season because we're getting the new special jewels, which do all kinds of different things. But assuming that they don't keep those, after that, you're only going to be putting sapphires, topazes, diamonds, skulls, things like that into here. And you're going to be getting the resistances that come along with those. So it could be interesting. We'll have to wait and see. But for this season, I bet you're going to see a lot of this one. Next up, for the all-class uniques, we're getting Nemesis bracers. These are going to be gloves, because obviously we don't have a bracer slot. These are going to come with willpower, which is core stat. So whatever your core stat is for your class. And then you're getting movement speed for 4 seconds after killing an elite, which most people are going to max or close to max their movement speed, or not use movement speed because they're dashing or teleporting around the map. But either way, I don't see anyone using these because the aspect is shrines will spawn in Elite Pact, and unless you're just blasting through everything in the game, why would you use this for anything? Maybe some drops? Yeah, I can't even see a 4-man using this to burn through pits because it just doesn't make sense. I don't see anyone using this. I think this is going to be a useless item, and I don't think we're going to see this anywhere. Next up, we got basically one of the most known items in all of Diablo 2. This was basically a main currency for that game for years. We got the Stone of Jordan ring. Honestly, I'm surprised it took them this long to bring this into the game, but this is going to come with core stat and plus all skills for your set affixes. And then your aspect is going to be your resistances are each equal to your highest. So if you use the Leoric crown, and then you put something like sapphires in all of your jewelry, so amulet, 2 rings, 2 into the crown, you're going to have 5 different, not 5 different, you're going to have 5 gems for 1 resistance, which then when you combine that with your aspect, your resistances are equal to each of your highest, and you deal 33% more damage of that element. So if you're a lightning damage, like Storm Druid was last season, you're going to stack topazes, which is going to give you a ton of lightning res, which is going to make all of your reses equal, and you're going to get 33% more damage to that element. I've got a feeling we're not going to see diamonds anymore, assuming that people are going to use this, and diamonds are basically just going to disappear. But it's a fun ring. I'm glad it's got all skills for Stone of Jordan. It wouldn't be Stone of Jordan without it, so glad to see it, and I'll take it. Next up, we got Squirt's Blouse chest armor. This is the last of the 4 all-class uniques. This is coming with core stats for your class, and gold drop rate for the 2 set affixes. The aspect, though, while not taking damage, you take up to 50% and deal up to 65% more damage. So as long as you're not taking damage, like some of the immortal barbarians or super tanky sorcerers, you should be fine with those. You're just basically just going to get a 65% increase for those classes. Or if you're just really good at dodging damage, just more damage. So this will be interesting. I bet a lot of people use this. First up, for the class-specific uniques, we got Arioc's Needle, which is going to be used by Barbarians, Druids, and Spiritborns. This item's set affixes for everyone is going to be attack speed, and then lucky hit up to a 40% chance to deal poison damage over 10 seconds. Lots of poison builds, been pretty popular this season, damage over time builds. And I could see it being used. The aspect is interesting because it's gain 65 multiplicative deadly strike chance, and your deadly strikes deal 130% increased damage. So anything outside of that for deadly strike, we don't have any information on. Usually when there is an underlined word in the aspect, it tells us exactly what that does. That is not in the game for deadly strikes right now, compared to something like vulnerable or unhindered or something like that. So we're just going to have to wait and see. But 130% more increased damage, that's not bad. We'll have to wait and see. Next up for the class-specific items, we have In-Geom Sword, which is going to be used by Barbarians, Druids, Rogues, Necromancers, and Paladins and Warlocks. Your set affixes here are going to be weapon damage and cooldown reduction. Unfortunately, I don't think it really matters. I don't see a lot of people using this. The aspect is odd at best. Defeating an enemy pack reduces your skill cooldowns by 13 seconds for 15 seconds. It is kind of an interesting combination with the Nemesis bracers, which spawn elite packs at shrines. But I just don't know why you would care and who would care about that combination. I don't see these two being used, even though they may be used together. Next up, we got the Furnace Two-Handed Mace. This is going to be used by Barbarians, Druids, Necromancers, Paladins, and Warlocks. The set affixes are going to be weapon damage, and then lucky hit up to a 40% chance to deal additional fire damage. They're fine. You can just roll whatever on the other two affixes to get what you need. Now, the aspect in here is bugged. It says that you deal 247% more damage to elites, this getting the bonus because it's a mythic. It says it goes up to 260, but it's only showing 247. Obviously, something is off here. Not a big deal. But I could see this getting used because most builds usually just destroy normal enemies, and they are a little bit slower when it comes to elites. So kind of like balancing that out where you deal additional damage to elites instead of just a little bit more damage to everyone could be interesting. I could see this being used. We'll have to wait and see. All right, next up for the class-specific uniques, we got Messerschmidt's Reaver, Two-Handed Axe. This is a little bit different than anything else that we've seen because it doesn't have an aspect. Instead, we've got 5 affixes. Now, if you look through, it looks like the first 3 are always going to be set for the affixes. So I pulled this on my Druid, which means I get weapon damage, willpower being my core stat, and max life. The only 2 that ever seem to change are the bottom 2 affixes, in this case, all damage multiplier and resource cost reduction. And you can see that it's the same for the rest of them. The bottom 2 are different, and the top 3 always stayed the same. I don't know that this is going to be usable. I'm sure someone will find a use for it somewhere, but generally we get such a large DPS increase from our aspects. I am not sure what to think about this yet, so we'll just have to wait and see what everyone else does. I haven't done any testing. I'm just going through the uniques right now for the start of the PTR, so let me know what you guys think about this one. I'm not sold on it yet, though. And then last but not least, we got Henri's Perquisition Focus, which is an offhand weapon or item used by Sorcerers, Necromancers, and Warlocks. On this one, you're not getting what you think. You're going to get weapon damage for your first set affix, and then you're getting plus percentage dexterity. Now that's going to be a combination with your aspect, which is you gain primary stat equal to 150% multiplicative of your dexterity. And that may sound weird, but if you go back and look at the patch notes for this build for this season, every class that can use this item is getting a fairly large increase to the damage that they do based on their primary stat. And then on top of that, you're getting the bonus that you would normally get from dexterity as well. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. I could see this being usable, but we'll just have to see if it's better than some of the just regular aspects that we can find in the game otherwise. So that's it. That's the 9 new uniques that are coming for the Season 15. Obviously, this could change. This is just PTR. Hopefully, obviously, things like the Furnace will get the bug fix for at least the text. I'm not sure if it's actually doing the full damage or if it's just doing the 247. Also, there are some websites that are reporting there is another unique coming. I have not been able to find it, the Ring of Royal Grandeur. As far as I can tell, no one else has found it. I'm not sure where they got this information, but I haven't seen it. So if you see that, that might just be some miscommunication between them and Blizzard. I'm not sure, but that's going to be it for all of the new uniques for the season. If you guys would like to see me use any of these items in some of the builds in the PTR, I do go live on Twitch and YouTube every single morning around 5:30 Eastern Standard Time, so feel free to stop in, ask questions, give me your ideas about what's coming this season, and that's going to be it. Appreciate you guys, and I'll see you next time.